Story: the figure at the end of the hall was getting closer. I heard the hallway door click behind me, even though I was already holding the lock. The key was in my hand, still turning, still resisting, like the metal didn't want to let go. I stood in the apartment corridor of my new place, listening to the building breathe through the vents, waiting for the sound to stop. Then I realized the knocking wasn't on the front door, it was coming from the end of the hall, slow and careful, like someone asking permission to enter. I told myself it was plumbing, the pipes settling, but the light above the carpet flickered in a pattern that felt like eye contact. When I moved, my phone flashlight swept the wallpaper, and the shadow at the far wall moved first. My mouth went dry because it matched my pace, even though it shouldn't have had a body. I tried to call out just once, and my voice came back wrong, like it was recorded, as it repeated me a half-second late. The whisper started then, right behind my ear, saying my name the way my mother used to when she was angry. I spun around, and there was nobody, only the hallway stretching farther than it should, longer every time my eyes blinked. I kept walking, because turning back felt worse, and the floorboards answered under my steps with a wet, deliberate creak. At the end of the hall, the figure was there, but it wasn't standing still, it was adjusting itself, growing closer without moving its feet. I watched the distance shrink like a camera zoom, and the air smelled like cold pennies and old smoke. It leaned forward, and the hallway lights blinked out in sequence. 1, 2, 3, like a countdown it started for me. In the dark, I heard breathing from my own lungs, but I wasn't taking any breath. That's when I saw something on the wall beside it, a thin line drawn in marker that was my height, updated as I stepped forward. The twist hit me like ice, because the line wasn't dated, it was timed, and the numbers matched my steps, matching my panic. I backed up so fast my shoulder hit the door frame, and the lock finally released with a soft, satisfied click. I ran to my apartment, slammed the door, and leaned my forehead against it, shaking, begging for silence. Then the hallway whispered again, right through the wood, and it said, "You're not inside yet." I looked down at my phone screen, and the camera was already recording, showing the corridor behind me. But there was no door behind me in the recording, only the endless hallway, and the figure was standing at the end, smiling at the frame. I tried to turn off the camera, but my thumb kept moving the way it does in dreams, sliding the lens forward. The image blurred as if something leaned into the focus, and I heard the wet creak of floorboards from inside my living room. When I finally pulled away and checked the hallway through the peephole, there was no apartment door at all. Only the corridor, stretching, waiting, getting closer, as if it had never stopped approaching me.